On today's special episode of Homeworthy, we're bringing you inside the dazzling Kips Bay Show House in Dallas, Texas, for an insider look into how interior design duo Kelli Ford and Kirsten Fitzgibbons transformed this space into an inviting family room. The pair sought to create a family-forward environment that inspires conversation and togetherness. Animal prints, plaid throws, and a quiet color palette contribute to its Alpine-meets-the-city aesthetic. A brutalist-style mantle serves as a key focal point in the room, while a sculptural convex mirror creates dimension. The duo left no surface untouched. Enjoy! You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story. Be sure to visit our website, homeworthy.com, to discover amazing furniture, art, accessories, and more, all handpicked by our editors to help transform your house into a home. All of the items are inspired by the episodes you see here on Homeworthy. Enjoy!
Hi, Homeworthy. I'm Kirsten Fitzgibbons.
And I'm Kelli Ford of Kirsten Kelli. Welcome to our Kips Bay 2023 family room. Our inspiration for our family room was we wanted to create a very comfortable space that the whole family could enjoy together. We specifically did not have a TV or any other system like that because we wanted to inspire conversation and togetherness and family. And the colors are very, very calming, and there's black obscuring the boundaries because the ceilings were a little bit lower. We wanted them to appear higher with the stripe on the walls and the embossed crock from Philip Jeffries. The ceiling is just beautiful and it finishes everything completely.
In creating the family room, which is really the heart of this home, we wanted to create a warm environment that people could just sit around, whether it's two people sitting fireside in the sunlight, or we had earlier today a dozen people almost sitting on the sofa and around the seating arrangement, which was exactly the impetus for creating this wonderful family room. And one exciting element of the room, one of the most exciting driving elements of the room actually, is the sofa or settee that we found on a recent trip to Round Top, which is a beautiful Australian lamb settee. And we had designed the room and around a flannel sofa, and found this and thought we had to have it. And we were just praying that it was going to not only fit in our truck, but then again, fit in the room and translate into the room into sort of a Schloss feel that we had always dreamed about, designing a Bavarian Schloss, meeting sort of the West and
Alpine-meets-the-city.
Exactly.
So, but when we replaced our sofa for this beautiful settee, it opened up an additional can of worms. So then we had to kind of change the table to make a bigger table. So that was easy to do because we have them stocked because we designed them at Off the Floor, our new store in the design district in Dallas, where everything is literally off the floor. So that was especially handy for us. And we also, some other treasures from Round Top, Texas that we got were these black chairs, the wooden chairs around, and the painting, which we think really makes the room. So thank goodness we went to Round Top, and it really changed our entire dynamic.
So our Round Top treasures, coupled with another piece that we had found last year in Round Top, a wonderful wrought iron bench in a Scalamandre tiger fabric, was a wonderful addition to our sort of eclectic, classically inspired room with contemporary elements. And we also have this wonderful fire screen by John Lyle, which is bronze, extremely heavy, but an artistic, beautiful element. Our mirror and our beautiful cabinet, also part of Kelli and Kirsten Kelli's collection, available at Off the Floor. And so we coupled everything and really came up with this fantastic room, which we love and we've been enjoying all day today and actually don't want to leave.
One of our focal points of the room was this mantle wall, which we wanted to really bring in a transitional look, almost brutalist. It has the cerused oak and the patinaed copper banding, which was enabled us to eliminate the mahogany mantle that was here. And we just stretched it out and made one complete look on the wall. And then the crowning glory is this beautiful David Sutherland sculptural convex mirror, which really makes the room.
It does, and it adds a different dimension to the room, which is, it really draws you in. It's just a beautiful point of interest. And to Kelly's point earlier about the final element to a room, adding the scent, not only do we have our beautiful scented candles, but we also have our basket of apples, which just bring in sort of the scent of the season and the autumn, and anyway, and just
ode to almond, to autumn.
An ode
actually.
to autumn, exactly.
Yes.
A beautiful autumnal element and color. A designer is always faced with a challenge when they walk into a room for the first time, particularly if you're doing the Kips Bay Show House, or a show house that you're under a major time constraint in which you have to sort of quickly put together not only the design of the room directly after your room assignment, but also to be able to source everything so quickly. So we were actually lucky enough to have been given the family room, which again, as I mentioned before, was the heart of the house. All of these rooms are sort of, people walk through the rooms to get to the other spaces in the house, but it really draws everything together. And the ceilings were a little bit lower, and so we had to deal with that challenge. In addition to, it was a little bit older and needed sort of a renovation, and there were a number of archways in the room that we eliminated and so forth, and but created smoother surfaces. The beams we highlighted in a semi-gloss black, and really just creating a beautiful, warm atmosphere in the room.
And we thought it was important to really take note of every surface and finish everything. And so we put the croc embossed wallpaper on the ceiling. We did the canvas stripes on the wall to kind of elevate the walls and make them look a little taller than the ceilings were. And then we layered the rugs, and I think there is just great play on patterns and colors and different shades and textures, and it's very organic looking.
A part of a successful design of a room is to really create layers in a room, as Kelli referenced, but to make it feel lived in. And I think that we really achieved that with this room. And just not only sort of the textural elements and the sort of the cozy, luxurious fur on the settee, but just with the plaids, everything is just warm and comfortable and very inviting.
Everybody has a seat. There's a seat for everyone. There are lots of places to sit and be comfortable, and all morning and all day, people have just been coming in and flopping down and having their coffee, which is exactly what a family room is for. So we consider that mission accomplished. I think the first thing to do in starting with designing your own room is to kind of pick a fabric or a feel that you're interested in, and that you have to love it, not like it. Nothing can be just to make it work. You don't have to make anything work. You can find what you love. So we chose this color palette. We thought it was soothing. We thought it was kind of, it could be, a man could love it, a woman, it's just very fluid. And so we picked some fabrics we liked, and then other ones that went with them, and then kind of the shade would morph to different, more sage, more taupe, and then we'd find some more black, but they don't all necessarily match per se, but they all complement each other. In a family room, we think a plaid is always kind of a mandatory pattern. It's just always evocative of home and history and family. And again, different textures. We have the Fortuny pillows, we have the fur pillows, and the fur on fur. We've got the Australian sheepskin in the channel sort of upholstery pattern, which I think is another point of interest. It all kind of works together. So you have to love what you're going to live with, love what you put in the room, and it'll work. I have 8 dogs at home, so they are always wanting to be with us, and we want them with us as well. So they're all over the furniture, but we also have a very special home that we've designed and created for them. They love to go inside. We can sit on top. You can use it as a table. It's kind of just a beautiful fixture in any room, any pattern. We chose this one for here because we also think every room looks better with a little bit of an animal print. Here we have 2, of course. But it's always nice to, like I said, everybody has a seat, including our furry friends.
One of our favorite fabrics that we have incorporated in this room is this beautiful floral linen, and it's called Hollyhock by Cowton and Tout. And we think it's just a beautiful sage fabric. We love blues and greens and grays and so forth, which sort of translates well with our quiet palette. And florals have really made a great comeback and so forth. And this is one of our favorites. But it has translated very nicely, I think, into our transitional scheme back here.
We always like to kind of, our personal aesthetic is to bring a little old and new together and make it traditional eclectic. So we've kind of really embodied that on this back wall. We've got this great modern painting with a piece of furniture underneath it, the lamps, and then you have the older setup on the bar and the little biscuit bin and the ice bucket and the bronze horse sculpture. It kind of evokes different ages. All kind of finished with this great wallpaper from Philip Jeffries, the canvas stripe.
Kelli and I designed this coffee table, which is a beautiful octagonal leather 60-inch coffee table. But styling the coffee table is always an exciting aspect of doing a room successfully. And I think that it should incorporate interesting things or edible elements, and with the walnuts and so forth, beautiful candles and so forth. But we have these Venetian glass-blown eggs, and also these Sommerso Venetian boxes, which we have collected, and we just love them, along with our coffee table books, flowers, and it's just a very interesting element in the room.
I think it's really important to have different aspects in designing a coffee table top. So it's always nice to have flowers, it's nice to have candles. They don't have to be arranged perfectly. If you kind of scatter them around and add different points of interest, like our walnuts, that, again, it's kind of very holiday and autumnal. With the boxes, we always like a candle or hurricanes, books. So it's kind of a feast for your eye, but it's also something that can live there permanently. Besides the flowers, they can change out, but it always looks good. Whether the flowers are there or not, you can add different things to bring in seasonal elements.
And again, to add to what Kelli just said, it's a wonderful way to layer a room, which we've clearly done with this coffee table. But one might ask where to put drinks or trays or something, or hors d'oeuvres, which can obviously be put on top of the book, or there's plenty of space to put down cocktails or anything else. But it's just sort of adds a really fun design element to a room.
So we always think it's nice to incorporate some sort of a bar where you can go make your own drink, pour something, and we, again, have something for everybody. We have martini shakers, glasses. We have these great new Baccarat colored glasses from our store, Madison. This whole thing comes from Madison in Highland Park Village. We have the Estelle peacock colored glasses with the matching decanter, which they knew is new for the season. And so it's nice to be able to just come and make your own drink. And again, nestled among this, we have the books. We've got a great dish here that can have snacks or cards or anything like that. So framed again by our traditional eclectic look of the painting, the prints, the lamps. So it's just like a really good feel, and everybody likes it.
Thanks for watching. Go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content and shopping guides.